How did you get
Sure.
involved with Paul Stanley?
I became involved with Paul Stanley through my affiliation with the house band on the show Rockstar, which was on CBS a couple of summers ago. The first season it was Rockstar NXS, and then the second season it was Rockstar Supernova, and it was basically a competitive reality show, a competitive music reality show. So I was playing in the house band on that show.
And you're the crazy drummer.
What's that?
You're the very crazy drummer back there.
I am the very crazy drummer. Thank you.
you like that, huh?
Thank you for noticing.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure everybody in North America seen that.
Oh, good. Cool. Well, so all I was saying, Paul Stanley basically saw us on that show, and it was right around the time that he was releasing his solo record, Live to Win, and he basically saw that band and thought that it would be a great match, and gave us a call, and turns out he was correct, and we had a great time touring around the country and as well as to Australia.
Did you participate in any Kiss expos in the past?
I have, actually. I've done a couple. The most recent one was Dayton, Ohio. I did one in Dayton, Ohio, and then I also did one in Japan, in Tokyo, Japan.
How was it, the fan reaction?
Oh, they were both great. Kiss is a band that has maybe some of the most dedicated and wonderful and embracing fans of any band that I've ever known.
Did you ever dress up in makeup?
Yeah. Have I? Not
yeah.
since I was 6. Since I was 6. When I was 6, I used to actually make Kiss costumes out of cardboard boxes and paper bags, and I would cut out cardboard cars and dance around and pretend to be them.
And which was your favorite, Peter Criss or Eric Carr?
Well, at the time it was Peter Criss, and so that was who I learned to play the parts of listening to the records. But it's interesting because when I would do that, I didn't do it in costume. But when I wanted to be in costume, I would be Paul Stanley because like I said, I had a cardboard. I had cut the shape of a guitar out of cardboard and put rubber bands on it, and so I would put on my mom's high heel leather boots and dance around the house pretending to be Paul Stanley.
That's so awesome.
Thank God there's no photos from that.
Yeah. How many drumsticks do you pass through in the evening?
It depends. But
that's a reasonable question.
I don't know. I go through several pair of sticks in a night, especially doing Paul Stanley because it's 100% energy from the very beginning to the very end. And so for most of the set, I'm hitting, just about as hard as I can possibly hit the drums. So, I go through some wood. I go through some lumber.
Do you bust some skins too?
That's more rare.
Yeah.
That's more rare, although it does happen. I think the craziest thing I ever did during a gig in terms of breaking something that wasn't myself, I've injured myself a bunch of times. I injure myself all the time playing. But in terms of breaking a piece of gear, once I was playing and I actually stomped through the foot plate of the kick pedal. Hey, Jason.
Yo.
So, what were we talking about?
We're
breaking
talking
things.
about breaking things.
Once I did actually stomped through the foot plate of a kick pedal. That's probably that's right up there with things that I've ever broken on a gig. But I hurt myself all the time. I banged my head on the snare drum once. I fell backwards off a drum ride down a flight of stairs once.
How did you bang your head on the snare drum?
You know what? I was playing a drum set that was just kick, snare, hat, and one crash cymbal, right?
Right.
And so it was the end of the song, and I was basically hitting as hard as I could. I was playing this just this crazy rocking out beat. And every time my hands went up in the air to come down for a hit, my head was going down. So I had this motion where my head is going down as my hands are going up, and my head is going up as my hands are slamming down on the drum. And so I guess I just got too into it, and my head just went too far down, and I somehow managed to frigging whale my head into the rim of my snare drum.
Wow.
Yes, exactly. Wow is right. And it was the funniest part about it is it was the last hit of the song. It was literally the last hit of the song. So what happens is I'm playing, slamming, and I go, bang, and I hit my head on the drum, and I make the last last hit, and then I fall backwards off the drum throne onto the drum riser, and I'm basically lying flat on my back with a gigantic bump on my head.
Flawless.
On the drum riser.
And you made it flawless, no mistakes.
Well, I made the last hit.
Yeah,
I made the last hit, and then I had to recover later on for, with some ice on my head.
What group was this with?
Yeah.
What?
That was when I was playing with a girl named Billy Myers.
Oh, yeah.
Billy Myers from London, and we were doing a tour. She had a song called Kiss the Rain back in the summer of maybe 99 or 2000, something like that.
Right.
And so we toured for a long time, and Billy and I have remained friends, and I'm actually continuing to. I just finished recording a song for her this morning, which will be out on a record that she's working on right now. So yeah, that was with Billy Myers. And then falling off the back of the drum riser down a flight of stairs, that was actually with Poe at a club in Chicago called the Double Door.
So what?
And basically what happened. Huh?
The drum riser right front stairs?
Well, what happened was this. It's actually funny because if you're interested, at NateMorton.com, I think I still have a video up of this happening. Although you don't see me go down the stairs because it's kind of off camera, sort of. But basically what happens is at the end of a song, I make the last hit of the song again, and I start to lean backwards because there's a curtain. The drum riser is set up, and there's a curtain hanging behind the drum riser. So when there's a drum riser and there's a curtain, what's usually behind it? There's usually a brick wall or something.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's usually a brick wall there, and the reason the curtain is there is to sort of dampen the bounce from going everywhere and all of that. So I'm leaning back, and I'm thinking, okay, well, any second I'm going to hit the wall. It's got to be behind this curtain. So, of course, I just keep going back, and eventually the curtains swing open, and there's nothing behind it except a door. There's like a big open doorway that I fall backwards through, and it's not into a room. It's down a flight of stairs. So there's like a flight of about 9 stairs behind this doorway that I fall backwards through, and I tumble down the stairs, and then, it was very much like the Coyote and Roadrunner cartoon,
right,
when the coyote falls off a cliff, and then like a rock falls off the cliff and lands on him. Because basically what happened was I fell down the flight of stairs, and as I'm lying there, I see my drum throne bouncing down the stairs, and basically it lands and it hits me square in my face. Yeah, I guess I could have been killed. I could have broken my neck, but since I didn't, it's a very funny story to be around to tell for everyone's amusement.
Well, I'm sure. It's a very rare story at that.
Yeah.
And
let me see. I think that's maybe the best one. I think the falling downstairs was the most exciting adventure.
Any bloopers in Paul Stanley group?
Bloopers, Paul Stanley. Let me think. You know what? None are coming to mind. Let's see. Bloopers and Paul Stanley. Nah, none are really coming to mind. It was just we were fortunate. We were fortunate not to have any mishaps. I definitely didn't fall down any flights of stairs. That's for sure.
Congrats.
Thank you.
That's great. You know the PS2 Rock Band drum set?
Yes.
How many did you break of them? Did you try that yet?
You know what? I won't try it. And here's why. I have a bit of an addictive personality,
right,
and everyone tells me that the second that I play it, I'm going to fall in love with it. And, Jason, I barely get enough stuff done now during my day. I don't need another distraction
right,
to prevent from accomplishing this I've got to get done over the course of a day. I'm sorry that this weekend just didn't quite work out. Basically what had happened was when I heard about it originally, I didn't have anything booked, and then just over time between when people got around, right, when I heard about it again, things had gotten booked and just things that I can't get out of. So, but next time for sure. I love KISS expos and KISS fans and having an opportunity to hang and play some music and exchange ideas with everyone. So next time for certain, okay? Okay.
All right,
Nate.
Nate.
Have a great day.
Hey, man, thank you very much, and you have a super day. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.